Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Live for Wednesday, the 10th of September, 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla Donoghue now in the next few minutes. And news just in from the US. I'm just going to play this here. Charlie Kirk has been shot. It's graphic, so just watch this.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Wow. That heavy attack. Now we'll be talking about that shortly. Hi guys, hi everyone. Drew Cook, evening folks. The world has gone mad. Charlie Kirk, between Charlie Kirk being shot in the neck and half a dozen German politicians being murdered. What the fuck? You're right, Drew. You are dead right, mate. It's the world has gone mental. Saw that DC Rounds, bless him and his family. I really do hope he's okay. Yeah, I really do. My man just gave me stuff from Lourdes. That's only back from Lourdes, so please God, Charlie Kirk's all right. But yeah, how are you, Drew? Yeah, it's insane for sure. Good evening from Manchester. Hello, Michael John. How are you? Beard's coming along, isn't it? Yeah. But how you chat? How's everyone? Yeah, how's everyone? Drew Cook, Michael John Dennis. Evening from Wicklow. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hold on there. There you go. There you go. It's taking a minute to come through there. Did you see Charlie Kirk was getting shot in America? Did you see that?
I know. Jesus.
Are you there, Orla? Yeah, just got word there a minute ago. Chris Bourne.
Yeah.
Yes, how are you, Orla? How's things?
I'm grand, thanks. How are you?
Good evening, Paul. That was definitely a sniper shot. Way too accurate.
Yeah,
that shot.
It looked that way.
Well, yeah, it did look that way. His family. What's this now? Hang on. Yeah, Mac. I'm just going to share this here. This is his family. Look. Jesus, I hope he's all right. I really do hope he's all right. He's only 31. Two little kids.
Is he still alive?
Oh my God. We don't know yet. I have the US page open here. I'm looking live here now to see. So yeah, we just keep looking through the show. We keep checking in and the whole lot. So yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with him. Oh my God, I was not ready for that. I know it was. Listen, I'm sorry it was graphic, lads, but that's what happened. Lads, repost the stream. Yeah, fair play to these lads. We're up to 300 there already. Fair play. Thanks very much. Keep her going. Keep her lit. I'll put it up there now to repost. There you go. There you'll get us on. You'll watch live on X at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, and at RuggerMorph27, and on the Ireland Force page, and on YouTube at the Irish Column, at the Heron, Facebook Paul Fitzsimons, and online www.theirishchannel.com/live. Okay, people, I'm going to show you now a picture of the guy who shot him, who shot Charlie Kirk. So, well, this is the man here. Look.
All right. Older man.
Yeah. Where has the world come to? And again, and the 7 politicians, the AfD politicians in Germany doing something.
I know.
What's that all about? Like,
as if that's not suspicious.
What? Like, they're going to win this they were going to win it in a landslide. You know what I mean? But as I said again, you'll get us on at the Irish Column, at the Heron, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. I have this fixed, and thank you to anyone who sent in a few quid on Sunday night. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Fair play to you. But let me just see what comments are coming in. Hello, Paul. The world has gone mad.
It has.
How are you doing? Window man coming to a fucking head. Yeah, it's coming to a head, all right. Really is. Trump has had to be on about it there a minute ago as well. Chris Bourne, no, close range, side on, man in the 60s arrested at the scene. That's it there. Showed it to you. Evening, Paul, and all in the
Hey,
chat.
Tricia.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Paul. Please show
Hey,
the young
Mary.
man from Chicago. Please pray for this young man from Chicago. I'm really sad. I'm really sad as well because I follow Charlie Kirk. I think he's a great lad. And I really do. He's just brilliant at what he does. He's self-made. You know what I mean? I don't think he went to college or anything like that. Like, he's just a wealth of knowledge. And
Well, he's a
please
young man.
God,
He's a family man. He's got children.
he's only 30. And there you go. I got this sent to me from Irish Mammy. Thank you very much. Jesus is King. Yeah, and Jesus is King. Please God, you'll be looking after Charlie Kirk tonight. Good evening, Paul and Orla. The left is losing, and when a rat is cornered, they are at the most dangerous. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. Good evening, Paul and Orla. Charlie
Hey,
Kirk
John.
shot at a university. Yeah, at a university. He was doing talks. He does them talks all the time. But I was just listening to Alex Jones there. Alex Jones is dissecting it there now, and they reckon if you see the bullet hits here, and then ricochets up into his neck. Well, yeah, that's what he said, and you can see it. I'll actually just play it again, so as you can see it again. Just watch for it there. It hits him at the midriff here, or just up from the midriff, and you can see it going up into it. Just watch closely.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
See it here, and boom, you can see where the thing jumped on it up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I hope. Jesus, I hope he's all right. I really do. But he's
What
in a
size
critical
that now?
condition. Yeah. John Logan has no idea who Charlie Kirk is. Charlie Kirk he's an influencer in the US. But when I say an influencer, like he influences a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean? He's a big following. He has his own podcast. He goes to all the colleges calling out different trans ideologies, the Jewish stuff, the Hamas stuff, the terrorism stuff. He calls out everything. He's an all-round good guy. He's in critical condition. Yeah, it's kicking off in France too. Yes, it sure is. And it kicked off in Nepal yesterday. So yeah, we'll play some of them videos. I have a few of them videos there. I'll play them. Charlie doesn't deserve this. No, he doesn't. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah. Reports coming in saying he's stabilizing but critical. That's all the prayers. People keep praying for this man because he's a good guy. Yeah, God help him. Very unlikely to survive that, unfortunately. Oh, come on, Brick. Please, God. God is good. Does anyone know why? It's because he speaks out about... He was the first one to speak out about October 7th. Like, he is Jewish, I think. You know what I mean? I think he is. He's been to the Wailing Wall. He's been in there. And this is what he said. He said, what people don't realize is, now he said this on the 7th, on the 8th or the 9th of October, that what people don't realize is that Israel was in the middle of, it was nearly at civil war. Like 300,000 people were marching on the streets to get Netanyahu out. And then all of a sudden, October 7th happened. And what he said was, and what I've seen myself, like, Israel is the most secure country. Everybody in Israel carries arms. Everybody. You know what I mean? You see mothers in prams and they're carrying guns and the whole lot. They do, because they all have army training. They all go into the army at 18 until 22 or whatever it is. But it's one of the biggest. It's a fortress. You know what I mean? And anyone who has been there will tell you exactly the same thing. You know what I mean? And how October 7th happened, people just can't understand it. It was like as though they stood down, and he called it out. So I don't know whether it could be anything to do with all of that stuff or whatever, but people just don't like him for telling the truth, you know. A bit like all of us. I hope we're all right, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on at the minute around the country, so yeah.
I know.
Need to screen people now at events for weapons. Too many dangerous lefty nut jobs out there. Yes, but as you can see, he had a bulletproof jacket on. He had a bulletproof vest on, and it shot up from the vest up, hit it and boom, ricocheted up. You know, they said he stabilized, but nobody knows for sure. Yeah, I hope he's okay. Loopy lefties. I'm shocked by this, but in another way, I'm not. I agree. Adolf and the cat, Mark the Spark. Evening all, Adolf and the cat lady.
Oh, Angel's not behind me. Don't know where she is.
Just watching Megyn Kelly there info there. He still has a pulse in a hospital. I actually have, I think I have Megyn Kelly there. Hang on. Hold on now. Let's just, I'm just going to share this for a minute, right? This is just them talking about it. Let's listen to what they're saying in the US. This is actually live.
Nobody will talk about. There is serious. I mean, I tell you, Donald Trump has his work cut out for him. JD Vance, pray for those.
Well, let me just finish about so Charlie this week was making the point he was making about that stabbing. Totally valid point, totally fair point, and a brave point to make publicly, because of course you're going to get blowback. And what happened? Blowback happened. Van Jones went on CNN that night and attacked Charlie and suggested he was somehow racist for introducing that question into it. Meanwhile, the stabber, the accused murderer, is someone we can hear on tape. It's very clearly coming from that train, and he's the guy who's front and center. We've looked at it 25 times. And while you cannot see his mouth moving, his face is not on camera, it seems very clear it's him. At a minimum, there is a prima facie basis to say it appears to be him. That's a very comfortable place to be if it turns out not to be, fine. But Charlie was not ahead of his skis in suggesting there's reason to believe there's a racial motive here, or at least that race played a role. And this is what happened. This is how Van Jones responded on CNN.
We don't know why that man did what he did. And for Charlie Kirk to say, we know he did it because she's white, when there's no evidence of that, it's just pure race mongering, hate mongering. It's wrong. Then he says that if something like that had happened the other way, there'd be sweeping changes imposed on society. Where is the George Floyd Policing Act? It didn't pass. You mentioned the thing about cashless bail. I think this is a big challenge that we have. Would you have felt better if there had been cash bail?
I will go out of that there now in a minute. But even the while we're on this, let's show this girl, the girl getting
Getting stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, hang on. Have I got to pull down here? No, I haven't.
This stuff you in as well, so warning given.
The what?
I sent it on to you.
You did, yeah. I just seen.
Oh, it's terrible. It's just shocking. And I feel so sorry for her at the end where she's on her own. Nobody comes over to help her. Like, it's just, this is the world we're living in now.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. I'm just going to pull this down for a minute. Yeah. And you just keep talking there, all it. Are you okay? And I'll pull this down.
There was a shot beforehand off it, and there was 3 African Americans there. So now I don't know what was further up, but that's what I could say. But like, you can clearly see that nobody came to her aid. You know, it's just horrendous. And seemingly this man was turning around saying, I got that white girl. So
in New York. I know we're talking about New York. I know we're doing all that. I'm sorry.
It's not New York, actually. It's North Carolina, seemingly.
North Carolina, yeah.
North Carolina, yeah.
I'm giving Insomnia. Is it Insomnia? No, what is it? Midland. I don't know what it is. Insomnia, yeah. Look. Product placement, you know yourself. Boy is a coffee, Insomnia.
Hey, are they Irish?
Yeah. But what I can't understand is this young white girl was murdered on a bus by a black man. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's no outrage.
I know.
Yes. 4 years ago, a black man was supposedly murdered by a cop, and the whole world bent the knee.
I know.
Why was that? You know what I mean?
And I heard this evening, right? Now, I can't say for definite, but I heard this evening that seemingly the man who did it, his brother, 4 years beforehand, killed a white man.
Wow.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. How's things?
Are you able to get the video?
In ages. How are you? I saw something on in France earlier. I'm not sure though. France is collapsing, lads. France is on its.
I have some stuff I think sent over from France as well. It's just gone to hell.
Yeah, I never heard of Charlie Kirk because you're getting too big. Let me just play this video. Now, this is graphic as well, people.
Yeah,
this is what happened. Yeah, a warning. This is what happened. Jeez, we're up to 700 already there, lads. Fair play to you.
Right.
Keep us sharing her out there as well. I'm going to play this and come back and we'll talk about it. Knew exactly, didn't she? She knew.
She's in total shock, but now the blood's not getting to the brain. She can't believe it. Imagine the pain. Stabbed 3 times in the neck. And then, boom. Falls down, pool of blood spills out, and he says, while it's happening, walking back and forth overlooking her, he says, I got that white girl. I got that white girl. Yep, you got her. Everybody just stands around. They don't want to, put themselves out there. They just sit there and, pool of blood pours out. She dies. People don't render aid, nothing. They just kind of, whatever. They've seen, violence on TV. What's the big deal?
My God.
The day you get to that stage is the day it's over for you as a human. Yeah. I'm sorry, it is. To stand by and let that woman, I don't care what nationality she was, like to leave her there dying alone was just any bit of compassion or empathy you would have gone over. I don't care who the person is.
There was 5 people sitting on the bus.
There was 3 I definitely saw, and they were African American, right? And I couldn't see up the other end, but that woman would have been in complete shock. Probably didn't even realize what happened for a couple of seconds.
I'd say she did. I'd say she knew. You could see by her, she knew, and she just knew she was gone. Poor child. It's only 23, I think. Come up more. Yeah. Yeah. But as I said, where is the outrage in the world? And to make this worse, Orla, the mayor of North Carolina stopped the media. This happened 2.5 weeks ago.
What?
This didn't just happen the other night. This happened 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
And the media did not report on it because the mayor of North Carolina asked them not to.
Of course, yes.
This is happening all around the world. This is happening in Dublin as well. This is not just happening in America.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Sure, Virgin Media, I highlighted a video where Virgin Media came out and said they were bringing in something to stop the online gossip. Online gossip. How can news reports, court cases, and video evidence be online gossip? And maybe if they were actually, as I said, doing their job and reporting on the truth, we wouldn't have to be doing it. None of us are trained journalists.
Yeah.
Anyway, on a positive note, go up above that, Paul, to one of my favourites, Michael McCarthy, to see what's going on in Nepal and how they treat their government. I love this. But I'm not condoning anything, obviously.
No. Jeez, I thought I pulled that down, Michael McCarthy. I'll play it now.
Yeah.
NZ, Nepal.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it there. NZ, Nepal. Just let me, I'll pull it down there now. But yeah, people, Jesus, we're flying here. We're up to 800. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Flying
and then there's a video then above that as well. We'll keep the other one separate to later on in the show for in relation to the shots and that.
Did you see?
Did you see the woman on the train in the US and all that? Like, Jesus, like there's a couple of videos there from Michael McCarthy, and they are just horrendous. What's going on with women? Yeah, I know. We'll just go. If we don't put this out, it's not on RT, it's not on Virgin Media. People don't realize how bad things are in other countries, unless we're putting it out. But this is coming here.
We
Yes,
are
it
letting the
is.
third world in here. Like we are
Yes.
letting the third world in here.
Mhm.
And I was reading through. I was talking to you about a whistleblower from Athlone was telling me about it, and I was reading through some of the stuff, and Jeannie Mac, man, that's the shit that's going on in that loan I pass is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And there's no
Yeah.
halal meat, by the way. I'm telling you now, the meat they're eating is not halal. It's printed. The guy who works down there has a printer for printing halal thing on it. He bought it on Temu. There you go. Now there's no halal meat in there. They're all eating meat that's not halal meat. So
Good.
up your hoop.
Mm.
So let's play. I have Aaron down there. I'll bring Aaron up there. How are you doing, Aaron? How's things?
Hi, Paul. Hi, Orla. How are you? I'm good.
Good.
How are you,
Good.
Aaron?
Good.
I'm doing all good. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Were
You're
you
welcome.
Thank
Were
you
you
very
watching
much.
any of the news?
Honestly, my brain's just been completely tied up with what's happened with Charlie Kirk within the last hour. That's just mental, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm just reading through some of the things
We
there.
were just discussing that at the beginning of the show, and then we just played the video in relation to, you know, that young Ukrainian woman that was stabbed on the bus. Like, that's just horrendous. And as I said, like, nobody went to help her. And as I, you know, I was just pointing out to Paul, the day that happens to people is the day you're finished, you know, as a human.
But people don't realise this has already happened here. Your man Riyad Boubacar stabbed 3 kids here in November 2023. You know, come on. Like, what do we have to do here to get people to listen?
But you remember, Paul, who came to the aid, first of all, was an Irishman. It wasn't that Brazilian guy. It was an Irishman.
Yeah, I know.
And the media then played it up and turned around and said it was the Brazilian guy, and it wasn't. It was an Irish fella.
Someone is telling me there to check out Peter Mandelson. I don't know what's going on with Peter Mandelson, but I'll have a look.
In my opinion, with what happened with the poor girl over on the subway in America, it's horrific, and I feel everybody actually has to watch the full uncensored video. I watched it last night, and to be honest, I've never seen something like it in my life. I had to sit down and actually think for a few minutes, because the only thing I could imagine is, what if that was my sister? What if that was my mother? You know, you can only imagine how that girl's family are feeling now. And it's quite horrific. And to the people who sat around and did nothing, I completely agree with you, Orla. That is the day you're finished as a human being. I've always had my own type of value where I've believed if you are ever in a position to help someone, you have an obligation to help that person. And the fact that nobody did anything to me is horrendous.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, I mean, how do people just? It was like the time. Now, I know this is a separate matter, but it was like the time there a few months ago. A young man was in a lake and he was out swimming and he started drowning, and people stood filming instead of going to help
It
him.
wasn't a lake. I think that was Limerick or Cork or somewhere.
It was somewhere. It was Limerick or somewhere like that. But he could have been saved, but instead they stood there filming it. Like, what sort of a human being are you doing something like that? Like, if you don't have empathy or compassion, what do you have?
Exactly. You know,
it's more important to put something up on social media. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's horrific. Truly, truly horrific. And just my thoughts and prayers go out to the poor family. It's what's coming all over the world, in my opinion. That's why everyone needs to see this. I believe people should be forced to see this. You know, if someone says to you, no, I don't really want to, they have to, because this is the reality. This is the sad reality. This is what is coming. This is what's in store for all of us within the next few years. You know, I was saying that to a few people my age, even with the situation with Charlie Kirk, that this is what's coming for us. And quite honestly, they didn't care. People need to realize that this is our future that we're looking at.
Someone is posting there in the live comments, Charlie Kirk is dead. No, I don't know.
Now, is that definite though?
I don't know. It's coming. No, it's in the comments. Megan Kelly's comments there.
Quite frankly, in my opinion, based looking at what happened, I saw a very up close video. There's no coming back from that wound.
I don't think so. The bullet actually ricocheted off here and went up into his neck. If you look at
So
it,
he had a bulletproof vest on.
he had a
because that's-
bulletproof vest on. Yeah.
When I watched the video from the far end, wherever that person was recording from, you could see it hit something here. So that's why I was hoping he was hit with a bulletproof vest, because Charlie Kirk, I used to be involved with the horse trade, and every day in work I would listen to Charlie Kirk debates.
Yeah,
That
so
is
do
what
I,
just gave me so much knowledge. It's what gave me such a strong stance on stuff like abortion. And this just, it hurts me, honestly, because he's just been such an inspiration to me.
And he has 2 young children. Like, he's a wife, 2 young children. It's just horrendous.
It's
No.
horrific. I mean, they call them the virtuous left, but we only see acts of violence really come from them when you look at it. We haven't had major acts of violence against politicians or political advocates in Ireland or the likes of any of that from the right side. It's been from the left. It's horrific.
All the violence comes from the left. There's no violence from any of us. No
I'm
violence.
evidence. I'm evidence. Trust me, I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
horrific.
down in the Avon. Yes, it's correct.
It's what's coming for all of us.
Yeah.
President Trump only posted yesterday. Yeah, I'm just looking here.
Yeah.
I don't know why we fight, lads. Every cunt going in Tipperary, golfing in Dundrum House was sneering at concerned citizens manning the protest checkpoints. Yeah, it's...
But it's coming to their
Anyway.
door. They think it's not. It is. It's coming to everyone's door, one way or the other.
Yeah, I know where this mammy, yeah. It's horrible. Hold on, what video did we say there? I was going to say?
So the first one I wanted
Gen
to do
Z.
was the Gen Z in Nepal. So that's the first one.
Yeah.
There's a couple of
Yeah.
videos coming up, Aaron, so you can have a watch and see what you think.
Look at this. This is Nepal's government building on fire. This came after the government tried to ban social media for misinformation and disinformation. So young people, Gen Zers, these protests were led by, went to the government building and burnt it down. Cabinet members had to flee by helicopter. This is their finance minister being stripped half naked, thrown into the river, and people are throwing things at him. This is done by young people because their government was corrupt. Their children, the minister's children, were posting a life of luxury on social media. And when the young people seen this, they tried to ban social media, tried to restrict it, which you see in the West, for misinformation and disinformation. And instead of just accepting it, young people in Nepal started fighting back.
There you go now. They're taking no crap.
We all went off there for a second. Well, go on. Jesus Christ.
I was just
No,
saying, they're taking no crap in Nepal. Can you
And
imagine
they're
Aaron
right.
that up and down the river?
This is something, you know,
Right.
the first thing I thought when I saw that was a lot of people underestimate Gen Z, they underestimate the youth, but I fully and wholeheartedly believe that the youth are going to be instrumental to taking back the country. Maybe not in the way that's happened in Nepal, but if we look at what happened in the 2024 presidential election, it was young men who got Trump to that presidency, very much with the help of Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. The youth are going to come out because at the end of the day, we are the most affected. Paul, no offense, I know we talked about it last time. You're a bit of a dinosaur. You had your good days in Ireland. You've gotten to live through it. We haven't. I've only gotten to experience some of it, and it's not much. We want that. We want to experience this. We want to have the days that you all had, and we will come out in force. When the youth all finally realize what is going on, we will come out and we will show in force in the poll booths.
Well, we're the ones that's
100%.
showing you what's going on. You know, the older generation are fighting fighters. Don't worry.
But it is the truth, Aaron, because this is hugely affecting the youth with the housing situation and them looking to go over to Australia, and then what's happening with the attacks on young women and everything like that. So, yeah, they need to.
100%. It's It's what we need. Couldn't say it better myself.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know?
Well,
But like,
James Conway was looking for a big digger, wasn't he, to knock it down, to go through the gates, and they wouldn't hire one out to him. He actually did ring up about that.
good man, James. Nothing surprised me.
I had the pleasure of shaking his hand at Misha Era. I think he's a brilliant man, and I love that video he put up about the tractor.
He's some fella. He's first crack.
He is.
The video he put up about the tractor as well. I thought that was the funniest thing I had seen in my life.
The videos were great where he was in the back of the car asking your man for an ice cream.
Ice cream. Oh, that was brilliant. That was so funny. Do you know? Paul, do you want to play the one, A Woman on the Train in the US? This is horrendous. Now, nothing actually happens, but just listen to her. Like, this is what's coming as well.
It's happening all around the world. We play this and come back.
I don't even know what to say at this point. I had to get off the train, past my stop, because there was a guy who was following me from car to car. And when I tried to get off at my stop, which was pitch dark,
Typical.
he held it open to see if I was going to get off. So I had to get off the stop after. And then when I got off the stop after, I hopped on the next train that was going the other direction. And I got on an express train. And now I'm back on the other side of the tracks. Hold on. New York City is not safe. It's not safe for women. Okay? I wonder so sick and tired of having to look over my shoulder 24/7, not just at night, during the day, at all hours. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, well, there's your diverse society. You can, look, I don't mind if you understand that's what diversity, multiculturalism brings. Low trust, high risk, fear, always having to look over your shoulder. If you understand that and then you want it, I'm like, okay, fair enough. But if you think it's some utopia, you're going to bring in people from all around the place and everyone is just going to get on, that it's going to be some paradise, then you're fooling yourself. I'd have more respect if you were honest. You understood that diverse communities had lower trust, more social isolation, less happy. If you acknowledge that and then still wanted it, I'd have more respect. But if you lie to yourself and say that's not the case, and then it's just foolish thinking. And we all have individuals and friends that we like that come from different regions, but it's a different story when you're talking about society at large, when you're talking about groups of people. There's a lot more to think about when it's like that. You have to ask yourself, is this the way to organize society? Does this lead to good outcomes? Adding diversity to the mix doesn't. The best communities are homogenous. They're communities full of people with similar thinking, similar beliefs, similar backgrounds. They get on much better. There's harmony. So when you're looking to organize society, that's what you should be aiming for, not the opposite.
Good man, Eddie. I kind of resent old people like Paul.
Good man, Ed. He's just telling the truth, Paul. It's not our fault you're 164 years old.
Yeah, I know. Saw a video of a 12-year-old in a non-white variety did the whole house because his mom took her phone off. A complete demolition job. He done every room. That's, yeah. A video of a 12-year-old black young who took the wrecked the bleeding house because he got no phone. I've seen loads of white kids.
You look at that woman there now. Like, I mean, like she was hopping on and off the trams and all that. Like that. That's horrendous. Like I swear to God, I would hate to be over in New York. I really would. I'd say it's just unbelievable over there.
That chap there that Drew Cook is talking about there, folks, we lost another homeless soul on the streets of Dublin during the week. Poor Davy Weaver passed away in Wolftown Park, 1 in a million, and never a dull moment. Not a mention on the MSN. I actually met Davy before myself, and my niece is actually going to the funeral tomorrow. So yeah, he was a good friend. He's a friend of ours.
That's all. There you go. Do you know what I mean? What help was offered to that man? Probably very little.
Terrific.
Do you know? And they're letting every Tom, Dick and Harry in. Well, not Tom, Dick or Harry. Muhammad and Muhammad. Do you know? But this actually, just when we're on that same line, Paul, will you do the video Woman Followed US? Because this is the same sort of line of what that other woman was talking about. But like, just look at the brazenness of him.
Is this on a train as well?
No, it's Michael McCarthy again. It just underneath it says woman followed US.
Michael really is putting out some
Yeah,
great
Michael
content,
is,
isn't it?
I have to say, I love his videos. He's brilliant.
He puts them across so well. You know,
He does.
we have a lot of people doing videos, just they're good, but they're very hard to understand for a lot of people. Where Michael is just clean, cut, straight to the point, and gets it across so well.
Well, now I
And
have
he's-
to. Michael is good. Michael is good. Mick the Gate is the best. I love
Oh
Mick
yeah,
the Gate.
we have him.
Mick
Don't
the Gate
worry.
is
We
good.
always feature Mick
Yeah.
the Gate as well.
Yeah.
But do you know what's great as well with Michael's videos? The same as Mick the Gate as well. They're short. Like I've mentioned before about the narrative destroyer. He's very, very good. He's up the north and he's excellent as well. But a lot of his videos can be 7, 8, 9 minutes long, which are they're just a little bit too long for here for the show because we just try and get as much out as we possibly can. But he's very good as well, the narrative destroyer. But at least with
Yeah,
Michael's
he's
video,
good.
Mick the Gate, they're short, you know.
Yeah,
Is that
I've had the same issue with my videos as well, where I do put a few of them too long sometimes, and I'm thinking, why did I do that? But it is what it is. But I do try to keep them short, and they're always better short with any type of video,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yeah, because people
Yeah.
just, people after a couple of minutes just move on. So that's why it's better just to keep them short.
Short.
Did you get it?
Exactly.
Did you get it okay, Paul? Yeah. I have to be
Did I
very
get it
careful, Aaron, how I
Did they get
phrase.
it up okay? Is that what you just said to me?
What?
I have no problem getting it up, Orla. No problem whatsoever.
I
Not
didn't
again,
say that.
not
I said
again.
you get it okay. Right? Listen, Fergus in there, right? I'm sure Kevin Coyle is there waiting to jump as well.
Oh, I love Kevin. Seriously, he's a great
Oh
man.
my God. See what I have to put up with Aaron, it's terrible. Just a joy to have you on.
Just get him some Orla. Don't worry. Just get him some pills. It'll work.
Yeah, I think
Oh Lord.
Charlie is
He's
dead.
on his health kick, so he is. So
I think he's dead.
Are you frozen, Paul? No, you're not. Okay, I see movement.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna just play this one here. This is the woman being followed.
Yes.
Watch this. So back in July, a Middle Eastern man followed me while I was walking my dog. You should see him here now. That's the guy. I'm running after her. He snuck up behind me and entered my apartment complex. After I repeatedly told him to leave, he came up the stairs and towards me. He only left after he allegedly saw a black pistol. Look at him. So you see him running away now soon. Police questioned me about a potential firearm and I refused to answer without an attorney. He is not being criminally charged. Obtaining the surveillance footage was a fight. I had to threaten to sue the city and the police department. They only investigated him after I posted about the incident on social media, see him running away, and it received 2 million views. He admitted to following me down the streets and not leaving the property because he thought I was attractive and he wanted to speak to me. In my opinion, he only left the property because he feared he saw a pistol. Monsters think it's open season on women out here. And then she says, how many more white women need to be targeted in this country before we realize we have a major issue of minority men coming after us?
I'm actually surprised he followed her because she's the dog, But see how brazen he was. The only reason he didn't go any further is because he thought she had a gun. This was in broad daylight.
They don't care. They do not care whatsoever.
It's the same here. It's gone. Even in the parks now with the kids and the whole lot, they're just walking around and just doing what they want when they want. It's just they get arrested and
You frozen, Paul.
Oh, I thought that was me.
No, it's him.
Oh,
But
I was worried for a minute. I was thinking, though, a lot of the reasons I believe they're being so brazen, well, at least in Ireland anyway, it is because in Ireland we allow ourselves, well, the government and the lefties. You back, Paul?
Yeah,
yeah, go.
I was saying that I believe a reason why they're so brazen here in Ireland is due to the fact that we allow them, and the government celebrate every other culture and heritage but the Irish heritage and culture, which is putting them in the position of thinking that they are above the Irish people, and that is why they are being so brazened. That is what is being worked into their brains, and that's 100% what I believe anyway.
You're right. And then you see every excuse is made for them when they do something wrong. Well, it's not their fault. It's mental health issues. It's their culture. It's whatever other nonsense excuse that's used for them as well. So they're getting away with blue murder. You know, there was a brilliant article today, right? I have to say it was very, I put up today on my Facebook page, right? And it was a foreign man, and he was up in court for drug charges and possession of a knife, right? And he was going on about how he didn't speak English, and the judge actually went, well, there's nothing wrong with your English when you're filling out the free legal aid form. And I just thought that was such a good comeback.
That's exactly what we should be saying to them. It's no English when it suits. It's no English when it suits for every single one of them. That's truthfully what I believe.
But there you again, you have somebody else in this country who broke the law twice, was going carrying around seemingly quite a large knife. What was he going to be doing with that? Right? Why is he not deported? He should be deported straight away. Like he's a threat to people in this country. But here he is being paid by the taxpayer free legal aid.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it's
just been
how many more people are doing it? You know, the country.
They're all doing it.
All of them.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I've seen a lot of comments there saying Charlie Kirk's confirmed dead. Has he been confirmed dead? Is he? I don't imagine he's going to survive after watching the video, which is the most heartbreaking part, but has been publicly okayed, like, sadly.
Let me have a look there. Let me have a look.
See, a lot of times it can be just rumors, like, you know, people just passing it all without it being confirmed. You know?
And I'm seeing suspect not in custody either, but then I saw earlier that they had Oh.
Okay.
What's happened?
I think he's dead.
My God. Some world we are living in, honest to God.
Yeah. He's died.
It did look really bad.
2 young kids.
Pray for Charlie. Charlie, his family. Sorry for what it's going to mean for the debates that we have yet to have. That he would have won. He would have put everyone to shame on, as he had been. And I'm angry, really fucking angry about how this happened, why this happened, and why we don't have a person in custody. Okay. Donald Trump just weighing in. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. Emily Jashinsky's with me. It's really too painful to really comprehend right now, Emily. You know, it's like, it's too big and it's too severe a loss. It's too profound a commentary on who we are as a country. It's overwhelming.
Megan, I've been watching.
Okay, I'll stop sharing that there now.
That's horrific.
God. Horrific.
Speaking speaking as a member of the youth, who I adored him. I learned so much off him. He inspired me so much to get involved with politics, to even start up my own youth organization. This is just, it's horrific. And my only question now is how long till something like this happens to Ireland, to one of our own, because it's going to happen. Just, it's a matter of when.
It will.
We're flying there now tonight, people. We're at 1100 there already. Fair play to everyone. We're at 1100. Boom. Well done, everyone.
Yeah. It's just, but let's see how mainstream media plays this as well. Like, to know.
That RTE have it up there. They put it up just that he was shot. They haven't put that else. Wow.
Horrific.
Yeah, I was just looking at, I was actually looking for this article. I can't find it here, the RTE one. It was on the news earlier. Did you hear about the 50 million that they're allocating? They're allocating 50 million to getting people out of emergency accommodation. People who are there.
No, I didn't see that.
It was on the RTE news. It was on 6
I don't watch RTE.
Neither do I. But I was walking by. My dad called me in to listen to it because I had actually got a thing sent into me by a friend of mine, and I'm going to read it to you now. I'm not going to put it up. I'm going to read it. Someone's giving an echo there. Is that you, Aaron?
Oh, it might be me. I'll mute there.
Yeah, you're all right. Just mute while you're thing there. Okay, I'm going to read this out. Okay. This was sent to me this evening. Okay. Those moving from IPAS, asylum seeker accommodation, who have been given leave to remain in Ireland, are then moved into emergency accommodation. This is why they are being housed very, very quickly by councils like DCC, sometimes even before others who have been waiting years. This feels like straight to the top of the list. What the official rules say, though, is a bit more careful. You listen to the warden. Emergency accommodation priority. Once someone is placed in emergency accommodation, i.e. a hotel, a hub, or a B&B, they are considered homeless under housing law. Homeless cases are given priority allocation under the council's Band 1 system. Okay? Band 1 is the top of the list. People in Band 1 are the first group considered when the council homes are allocated. Within Band 1, time on the list still matters, however, but the pool is smaller and more urgent than bands 2 and 3. IPAS emergency band 1. So when people have IPAS and when people leave IPAS and are placed in emergency accommodation, they do move into the highest priority group. That is why it looks like they've skipped ahead of the others that are still in bands 2 and 3. The confusion comes from language. DCC doesn't officially say they go to the very top, but in practice, being put in band 1 puts you at the front of the queue ahead of most applicants. Why are we not prioritizing our own people?
The Irish.
Yeah. It's and like, as I said, an hour after I got this sent to me, I read it out to me dad. My dad ran in and he said, listen to this. They're giving 50 million out to get them out of there. People that are there more than 2 years or more than 12 months. Like, I told you that.
What about the Irish that are on the waiting list? 10, 12, years. 14, 15, 16 years. What about them?
They're in band 2 and band 3. They don't. Yeah, this IPAS crowd going into emergency accommodation. Let's see how many Irish people in hotels. I don't know anyone who has been housed out of a hotel or a hub in a long, long time. Usually you'd hear it. You know what I mean? And then the place up in Coolock as well, it seems that's in Clonshock, that's being given out to foreign nationals as well. Like, lads, a bit of empathy here with your own people. Like, you know what I mean? You need to sort out your own people before you start housing the world. End of story. What do you think there, Ola?
Yeah, I always say this. Look after our own first, simple as that. You know, every country should look after their own first. Never mind anybody else coming in.
Yeah. I know. You
know, it's not like we have 100 people homeless. We've over 16,000. And we can't look after them. It's just ridiculous.
You haven't.
What do you think, Aaron?
He's dead.
Me or were you talking about Charlie?
Yeah, no,
there?
yourself. No, about just about what we talked about there.
But I think it's just horrific. I really believe that every country in the world, whether it's Ireland, Norway, France, put your own people first. And the fact that no countries around the world do it at this point is ridiculous. And the fact that people can look at all this evidence and can find it all themselves and see it right in front of them and still be so oblivious to what is happening is ridiculous. And I almost envy them, truly, because I'm at the stage where I can't go back. As much as I'd want to go back and put my head in the sand and pretend like all these statistics aren't true and the likes of all that for my own sanity, so I can do stuff a teenager should be doing. I can't. I have to fight for my future. What's happening here is real, and I just wish more people saw it, and I wish people started actually doing their own research instead of listening to the biased media. It's horrific.
Yeah. 100%. Like, people don't realize how bad RT and Virgin Media are. Like, you get 725 million given to you to RT. Of course, you're going to do the government's bidding. When they like tell you to jump, you ask how high. What do people expect? You know?
Yeah.
And they're still sitting there listening to it and believing everything that's said to them. It's absolutely
sitting there in front of the telly with the drool coming out of their mouth, going,
well, here's something actually. I have a video, Paul. It's called The Axe Girl Was Right. Now, this again is your mainstream media.
Could you send it on to me?
We'll all remember recently over in the UK, there was 2 young girls and they were accusing a foreign couple of threatening them. And one of the girls had like an axe or something with her, and there was holy war over it. And they started kind of accusing them of lying and this, that, and the other. But anyway, this video is after coming out.
Did you send it on to me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, where is it? All
It's a little bit up above. It's under it's above the Senator Ron Johnson, US. It's a man here. Look, a second. That's what it looks like. Hold on. See there?
Oh yeah, I have him.
Yeah.
How come I didn't download him? Oh, you see, that's because I didn't go that far up. I thought we were only doing the Ron Johnson one. Okay, I didn't do that either.
Yeah, but anything we don't feature one night, I move down.
Yeah,
so
well, I don't. You know, I don't.
I do.
You know what I mean? If we miss it, we miss it.
If it's important, it has to be played.
Yeah.
I'm the boss, Aaron.
Yeah. She likes to think so.
I know so.
Don't be spreading misinformation on the Irish column now, Paul.
Yeah.
This is real information.
Orla, can you charge the video, please? Paul is a dinosaur with computers. Paul is a bleeding whiz with computers. Will you stop?
Oh, he wishes. He wishes.
I'm telling you now. I could have this computer stripped down and I won't tell you what I do. It didn't sound too good there. Stripped down.
Just play the video, Paul.
Newsmax. Yeah.
Stop while
Newsmax
you're ahead, please.
Yeah, hang on there.
And while you're Aaron, I love your hat. TRI are fantastic. Great Irish equestrian company, because we're actually good friends with them. And great time for TRI. Yes, and the Irish flag, yes.
Brilliant to see. I have a few hats, but I decided to go with the blue for today. And TRI, brilliant business in my opinion.
Yeah, and you get some great deals there. So anyone equestrian minded, check out TRI.
Right, I'm just gonna play this here, and then I'm gonna make myself a coffee.
Of course.
So they've been charged after all. The girls were right. What am I talking about? Well, you probably saw on the news or on social media or somewhere about a week or so ago, maybe slightly more, the 2 young girls in Dundee in Scotland. And it caused sort of uproar, outrage, surprise, shock that one of the girls had pulled out a knife and a handheld axe and started waving it at a couple of people because they had been threatening and apparently had assaulted her younger sister. And everyone said, oh, it's terrible. Apparently the girl got arrested. There were all sorts of stories flying around. Some people were saying that she was absolutely right and was within her rights to do what she'd done because a man and a woman had threatened her and assaulted her younger sister. Other people were saying, no, that wasn't true. They were just a couple of wild girls that had been roaming the streets, carrying knives, etc., etc. Well, The upshot of all of this is that the man and the woman who had threatened the girls because they've been arrested and been charged. So clearly the girl was right. Now, was she right to threaten them with a knife and an axe? Well, that's debatable. Was she right to carry a knife and an axe on the streets? Again, probably debatable. However, she was defending her younger sister. She was defending her younger sister against grown adults who were attacking them, assaulting them, threatening them. So I make her 100% right. 100%. People need to start standing up for themselves. And just the fact that she was a young girl and the fact that she pulled out weapons, yes, we don't want that happening all over the place, but she was doing the right thing by her family. She was defending her younger sister. She's a titan. She's a warrior. She's brave. And I make her 100% right. And now she's been proven right because the man and woman that were threatening them have been charged by the police. So clearly whatever they were doing was wrong, badly wrong. So hopefully they'll get convicted and hopefully they'll get banged up. Just interesting, isn't it? What you see in the news, you only ever get one side of a story a lot of the time, or you don't get the full story. And a lot of the time you need to be patient and wait for things to play out. I put a video on about this about a week or 10 days ago, and initially I was quite shocked and I didn't know what stance to take because I hadn't seen the full story and there were contradictory reports coming out. But clearly as time went on, this girl was 100% within her rights, and you've got to admire her courage, her bravery, and her balls in doing what she was doing at such a young age. And now she's been proven right because the man and woman that were accused of assaulting her sister, have been charged by the police. All's well that ends well.
There you go. Those girls were accused of telling lies. And that the young girl that was carrying the weapon got a hard time over that by the police and everything. And it turns out they were telling the truth all along. There's your mainstream media. And bear in mind, those girls were only young. I think they were only like around 12 years old.
12 and 14, yeah.
Yeah. So they were going to pick on children rather than grown adults because they were foreign. And it turns out they were right all along. So there's your mainstream media for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the most horrific thing about it as well is that young girl felt so afraid in her own country, in her own community that she probably grew up in her entire life, assuming she didn't move perhaps. She felt so scared that she had to carry around weapons. You know, that is just horrific. And it's sad, you know, that 12-year-olds feel this scared that they have the need to do that. And I imagine maybe we could see it soon in Ireland. It's getting that bad. You know, I know there's plenty of young girls who are afraid, and we know the guards are doing nothing to protect them. We know they're not protected. They're constantly in fear every day. This is what's coming. You know, it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that child was, as you said, she was tarnished. She was a scumbag. She was a this. She was a that. But the fear that child had to actually go around carrying them must have been immense. You know what I mean? How frightened she was. And she knew, look, she's probably seen these at this. You know what I mean? And someone just posted a message to me there now. Are you not going to talk about Islam? I always talk about Islam. What I'm going to say is, again, the IPAS Centre I was told about, 80% of the men in there are Muslims. They're Nigerian Muslims. They're Algerian Muslims, they're Muslims from wherever Muslims come from.
Afghan, Syria, yes, yeah.
Everywhere. But they're not just Muslim looking guys. There's white guys there as well that are Muslims, 80% of them. And I was told that there's a guy in there who was a major in the Palestinian army. So he's basically Hamas. That's who he is. And every morning they kiss his hand. The lads come into the kitchen and kiss his hand. Not the kitchen, but the canteen. He's way up. I was only talking to somebody today about it outside the school, and I was telling her about it. And you know her well. I won't mention her name here now, but I'll talk to you later about her. But she turned around and said the same, that we know what's going on. Like, these are cells waiting to be activated. I'm telling you now. Like, and they'll have no problem taking up arms against any of us. Like, as I said, I'm walking around here. I went to the shops and they're all going, hello, hello, hello. They're all waiting for to be given the order then, and they'll all just, the death of 1,000 cuts, you know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. But again, Muslims are the only ones that are having kids. We're not having kids. Like Tom got slated last year for saying we need to breed more. I knew exactly what he meant, but of course the lefties jumped on it and said, what are we, cows? Are we this? Are we that? I knew exactly what he meant. You know what I mean? The Irish birth rate is 1.3%. I think it's 1.2%. That is unsustainable. We will never sustain our Irishness with 1.2%. We need to be up at least 2 or 2.2%. Muslims are having 6 to 8 to 10 kids and claiming off the state.
Why?
We're paying for these people
Exactly.
to come here.
Irish women can't afford to have a load of children.
Exactly.
Because we have to pay for everything.
Everything.
But they're getting everything handed to them. If you got your medical cards and free housing and free money and everything else handed to you, of course you'd have more children.
Of course you would. Sure, why wouldn't you? So the more kids you have, the more money you get off the social welfare. You get off your children's allowance. Is it 150 quid a child or something?
140.
140. Let's not argue over 10 blatant quid. Look, you know what I mean? So if you have 6 kids, you're getting 900 quid. The guts of 900 quid a month.
And that would be without your back to school allowance and whatever else is going as well.
But these have 10 kids, so that's 1,400 a month just on children's allowance. Okay, just say they have 6 kids. The father must be getting it must be nearly 900 quid, 700 to 900 quid a week he's getting. A week. Like, I know taxi men that are out working every hour God sends. I know loads of lads that are out working, never mind taxi men.
You don't earn that.
But especially taxi men. Taxi men have to maintain a mortgage, they have to maintain the car, they have to pay for the insurance, they have to pay bills. These guys are living the lap of luxury. They don't even have to do the taxi test. All they have to do is sign a contract. Like, come on, people. When is enough here? Like, you know what I mean? We need to.
I know. I know.
We need to stop this. This has just gone on way too long. You know, and the media won't. Nobody will portray it. Misinformation, disinformation, and apparently we now spread malinformation. Yeah, which is information that is based on fact but removed from its original content in order to mislead, harm, or manipulate.
Good thing I always attach news articles, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to just share this here. I'm going to save this first because, let me open it. I just got it sent in. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is about Islam here. I'm just gonna. I might read through it myself. I'll read it when he's doing it. Hang on, bear with me. I put this down because you have to read it, okay? Yeah. I might even talk when it's on, okay?
احنا اذا غلبنا ودخلنا على عدونا الكافر، اذا احنا غلبنا شيء طبيعي حنفرض احكام الاسلام على البلد الذي دخلناه. احكام الاسلام بتقول ان كل الناس الموجودين في البلد اصبحوا غنائم وسبايا، نساء، رجال، اطفال، اموال، دور، حقول، مزارع، كل دي بقت ملك الدوله الاسلاميه. طيب الناس السبايا دول مصيرهم ايه في الشرع؟ مصيرهم ان هم كغنائم يوزعوا على المجاهدين، وهناك قانون كما في الحديث ان من لم يحضر الغزوه لا نصيب له في الغنيمه. معروف كده، ما يحضرش الجهاد الغزوه مالوش نصيب في الغنيمه. طب انا دخلت على
For all you brainwashed sheep out there that are claiming migrants are welcomed, well, let me show you exactly what you have to look forward to if you keep letting them in. If you keep letting these thousands of migrants come in every single day, let me show you what you have to look forward to.
أي معركة من المعارك فيها غير مملوك. إحنا إذا غلبنا ودخلنا على عدونا الكافر، إذا إحنا غلبنا شيء طبيعي حنفرض أحكام الإسلام على البلد الذي دخلناه. أحكام الإسلام بتقول إن كل الناس الموجودين في البلد أصبحوا غنائم وسبايا، نساء، رجال، أطفال، أموال، دور، حقول، مزارع، كل دي بقت ملك الدولة الإسلامية. طيب الناس السبايا دول مصيرهم إيه في الشرع؟ مصيرهم إن هم كغنائم يوزعوا على المجاهدين، وهناك قانون كما في الحديث أن من لم يحضر الغزوة لا نصيب له في الغنيمة. معروف كده، ما يحضرش الجهاد والغزوة.
That's what we have to expect, guys. That's what we have to expect. Sharia law will be enacted in this country in 10 years' time if they get a foothold in this country. If they make it to 50% or even 40%, that's it. We're gone. Your daughters will be raped. Your wives will be killed. We'll be killed.
Well, actually, Paul, there's a couple of videos there. One is the law of Allah, and the other one is stoned to death. So this is just in line with what that video. And this is, yeah.
What did you say? The law of Allah?
The law of Allah, and then underneath the video is stoned to death.
Oh, your woman.
Yeah.
14-year-old girl. Okay, I'll share this now.
And the law of Allah is only 34 seconds as well.
Let's see this.
The attitude of them. This is what gets me, is the attitude of them.
Yeah.
Now this is upsetting. Be warned.
A 13-year-old girl in Somalia was sentenced to death by stoning after her father reported to police that she had been raped by 3 men. This is Aisha Ibrahim Dalulo, and she was publicly executed by an Al-Shabaab militant group on October 27, 2008. Aisha was forcibly dragged into a stadium where her sentence would be carried out. A truck carrying these huge rocks was brought up to the stadium where 50 men were waiting and were told to hold these rocks as hard as they could at this poor innocent little girl until her body was lifeless. There was about 1,000 spectators there watching all of this, and a couple of people did try to intervene and help this poor little girl, but they too lost their lives when they were shot by Al-Shabaab. Even a poor little boy who was just an innocent bystander lost his life that day. So Aisha's punishment was adultery, a 13-year-old girl who was raped by 3 men. They blamed her for this. This happens so much in certain Islamic countries, women getting the blame after being assaulted by men. These men, their punishment? Nothing. They got away with it. It was all this little girl's fault for 3 men pinning her down and brutally attacking her. I bet this father regrets he even goes to police and asks him for help, even though he should have the backing of the law when something horrific like this happens. In these countries, under these Islamic laws, girls aren't protected. Only men are, and it's disgusting. Really sad.
This is what I'm saying to you, people. This comes in here.
That's Sharia law for you. 13. My daughter's 14. 13 years old to do that.
It's horrific.
That's Islam for you.
Happening.
That's Islam.
And that's coming to Ireland
Yeah.
pretty soon. I'd say you said 10 years, Paul. You reckon till Sharia law will be here? I'd say less. I think we have about maybe 4 years. I think if we don't win this next election, then I believe wholeheartedly, I don't think we're going to make it to the next elections. I believe the country will be changed and there will be no going back. You know, this next election's coming up. It's all or nothing for the Irish people, and that's the sad thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll show you something now in a second, actually. And this, when you're talking about the elections, yeah, Paul, can you just play that law of Allah first? And I'll get the other one that is ready to go. Yeah.
The law of Allah, is that up there as well?
Yeah, it would have been above it. It's only 34 seconds, but it's the attitude of them. They think they just can rule everything and anybody. You know, they've no respect for a country, for the religion, for culture, for anything. Everything's on their terms, and we have to obey everything that they say. Well, No.
That the legislators are human beings.
Yeah, but they think you have to. This is it.
Oh yeah,
And
because
if you-
they're higher than us.
Yes, exactly. We have to pay a jizya tax. Oh. Hang on, I'll just share this.
That the legislators are human beings, not the creator of human beings. That is democracy. So if you mean by democracy that you come up with your own law and then you punish people according to this own law, if you call this democracy, then Islam outright rejects that. Because this kind of democracy entails injustice to human beings. You don't know what is suitable for them. Allah knows. Allah knows. So if you're going to contradict and oppose the revelation of Allah, then we say no democracy.
Yeah, there's something else, isn't he? There's something else.
Well, we will be saying no to Allah. Allah is not our God. So they can bug off. This is what the problem with this country is. People need to stand up and say no. Simple as that. That's all it takes is no. Enough to stand up and say no. That's when you bring about change. The very last thing I sent to you, Paul, today was it's an X-link for Lawrence Fox. Now, this is what we're talking about the elections, Aaron. Like, this is what's going to be coming here as well if all these foreign ones keep being allowed to vote.
Yeah.
I believe if you're not Irish, you shouldn't have a vote, and end the discussion on that.
You can't vote in other countries. You can't vote in Nigeria and all that. Because you're not allowed to be a citizen. But yet they can come over here and vote. The minute they're off the bloody vote. Vote, sorry. Not vote. Vote.
Some of the lefty slag Irish people for having kids, but wouldn't say anything to a Muslim for having 8 kids and no job. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? But it needs to stop, guys. People need to wake up to this shit. Like, you know what I mean? You're looking around you and the place is overrun.
And this is why
Especially
people
English.
have to go out and vote. Because if the Irish are not out voting, the foreigners are out voting. And this is what's coming to this country.
Yeah. I saw a video last night. When I got this thing sent to me today about the iPass and the whole lot, I saw 7 Indians and Nigerians getting off the bus up at Clare Hall last night at 8 o'clock. About 8:15, with suitcases and the whole lot, and they headed over into Balmain to a new apartment or a couple of new apartments. Are people not just seeing this? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they're
ignoring
ignoring it.
Yeah, but they're ignoring it. Yeah, exactly. Like, how would you feel if you paid 400 grand for an apartment and a bloke comes in off a boat tomorrow and gets one of them apartments for free? It's the same out in Hout. There's a whole block out there out in Hout for Ukrainians. You know, and people paying $500,000 or £750,000 like from Hout or wherever they're from, and then these lads just getting handed it to them.
I know.
Wake up and smell the coffee, lads. You need to wake up and smell the coffee, and you need to vote. Get these people
If
out
you
here.
don't vote, this is what is coming to Ireland. And this is what's going to be in the Dáil.
Hold on, what did I do here? I'm just looking there. Sorry. I'm just looking for the thing for the vote.
The Lawrence Fox thing. It's the last thing I sent you.
It wasn't the Lawrence Fox thing, no.
It was. It's an X-link.
Yeah, but that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something else. I'm going to tell you now. People need to get out and do this. I've seen some people making a laugh of it, but listen, people, you need to vote on the 24th of September 2025. You go online, you vote. You can vote for anyone, any nationalist that you want. You want people on this committee, that's who you vote for. Vote for the formation of the Nationalist Council of Éire. Elect both national and county representatives. Okay, yeah. Formation of the Nationalist Council of Éire. Elect both nationalists and county representatives. Unite the nationalist movement across all 32 counties. Amplify the voice of the Irish citizen. Hang on there. When and how to vote, the 24th of September 2025. System, simple and secure. One person, one vote, online and in person. Votes must be cast on the day. Your chance to shape the future of Éire. Remember the date. Volunteers needed to organise parish-based voting across all 32 counties. Get involved. Contact us at Éire Arish on X, http://airearish.org. This grassroots effort is at the heart of our campaign. We'll provide guidance to ensure a successful vote. Inspired by Irish communities worldwide, to our Irish brothers and sisters abroad, your support matters. Stand with us to defend Éire's identity and sovereignty. Keep the spirit of Éire alive for generations to come. Your Nationalist Council of Éire will forge the path forward to address the most urgent issues facing Éire right now. Every patriot elected will be accountable to we, the people. So people, you need to get out and vote for this. You need to do this. This is about bringing people together in one big... I have Martin Murphy down there. I'm going to bring Martin Murphy up there to talk about it. So,
and Aaron, you said you're running for it as well, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm not anymore. No,
why not?
I'm too young to run, unfortunately. But I fully back Martin. I fully back Anthony. If Anthony's going, no offense, Martin, if Anthony's going for the national candidate, 100% people getting my vote. No offense, Martin. I have such admiration for you, and I hope you do get on the council. And it's a pleasure to speak with you.
Well, Aaron, I'll let you know I would be most likely giving my national vote to Anthony as well. So we've got that.
Have I now to choose between you and Anthony?
No. Anthony, all the way. Always was.
I'm going to tell Anthony I'm voting for you, Martin.
Don't.
I'll wind him up.
I'm happy being a foot soldier. I'm sure you've covered the Charlie Kirk murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah.
How much more, people?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying.
But this is what's coming, people. This is why we're just talking there about the voting, right? Can you just pull up that thing with Lawrence Fox? Like, look at this. This is what's coming to this country. If Irish people do not get out there and bloody well vote.
Is he way up?
No, he's the last thing I sent to you this evening.
Oh,
today.
The last thing.
Yeah, it's an X link.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is the UK Home Office one, is it?
Yeah, it's just from Lawrence Fox just happened to share it, but like it's clear to see.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback there off someone.
Is that you, Martin?
Yeah, it is Martin. It is you, Martin. It's like as though you have one of them bleeding type thing. You know, I think going. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to share this, and we'll come back and talk about it. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery.
Now, there you go. And as Lawrence Fox says, I want my country back. This is the UK Home Office. Now, how many English people did you see there? Like white English people. And this is what's coming to Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know?
It's on its way, all right. It's already here, lads. It's already
Martin,
here. You're muted.
Muted.
Didn't we have your man? Sorry, Martin, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry. Is the microphone working better now?
Yeah, you're okay now. Yeah, you're good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Can you explain, Martin, about this nationalist vote? I'm just getting a lot of messages in, just people aren't fully clear about it. Seemingly you have a good way of summarising it.
It's just quite simply a way of unifying everybody together to get all the ideas into one big council, a county representative and a national representative. So 32 county representatives will primarily focus on helping nationalism in that county. It's not about political parties. It's not about Nobody's been asked to give up anything or come under any banner. All everybody's been asked to do is just represent the people. That's all you have to do, represent the people. It's an honor and a privilege for anybody who's voted to represent the people, but your job will be to listen to the people, represent the people, and use your platform to pursue, whether it be civic responsibility, politics, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be bloody just a neighborhood watch, a Shinadina type thing. Just represent the people in the county that you have been selected for, and liaise with all the other political parties. Look, there are some bad people, there are some incompetent people, there are some great people. We have a mix of everything, you know what I mean? Use the people that you know are true. It's as simple as that. If you know a person is true, then just work with them. You know what I mean? You don't have to like them, but if you know they're true, then you should work with them. National Council then will take care of, just the same thing on a bigger stage. You know what I mean? The the county people will bring issues, local issues, to the National Council, and they will try and get a platform for those ideas too. It's an information war. It's about everybody going the same way. And hopefully there's a wide mix of people. I've reached out to libertarians, I've reached out to National Socialists, I've reached out to lots and lots of different people. There's no one right way of doing this. There's quite simply good and bad in the world at present. Okay, we're on the side of good. Okay, we're not always going to agree with each other, but that's what it boils down to. Good and bad. The person who shot Charlie Kirk is bad. Charlie Kirk was good. It really is as simple as that. That white girl on the train was good. The filthy, disgusting human that killed her was bad. Start looking at the world as black and white as that. Okay, the war is inevitable, people. I'm not sugarcoating it anymore. The war is inevitable. You are fighting for your life, not your children's life, your grandchildren's life. You are now fighting for your life. Europe, the EU is trying to throw us into a war with Russia. They're doing everything in their power to throw us into a war with Russia because the EU is on the verge of economic collapse, and it's the only way they can justify printing money and printing money and printing money and printing money. The EU has zero natural resources and destroyed all their energy and their industry through green agenda, etc., etc. We're finished, people. The West is finished. We can have the potential to build something from the ashes of it. Take the best of it and keep going. I almost said Build Back Better there, to stop myself. Good,
yes, don't say that. Don't say that.
It's a good old slogan. The reality is, right, we're living the collapse of Rome, only it's happening in real time. It's not happening over decades and centuries. Okay, it's literally happening over the space of about 15 to 20 years. Stock up on food. Stock up on ways to protect yourself and your family. Build your communities. I'm tired of saying it. Have your bag ready to go. Have your medication stocked up. Just please be ready. Stop being nice. Stop being nice. I'm not nice anymore. I'm not nice to anyone because I don't have time to be nice. It's time to just get into war mode. Okay? Everybody should just take the 17th off and get to Dublin on the 17th. Okay? Everybody. Please just take the day off, get to the Dáil on the 17th. We need to create a bit of stink. We're too soft, we're too quiet, we're too compliant. Time's over now. It's simple as that. I'm not dying at the hands of a lefty, a jihadist, or anything else. And the state won't kill me either. I'm done. It's as simple as that. I've set up my life where I can pretty much do what I want. I will be in Dublin on the 17th, and I will be there to create stink and nothing else. And I'd like if my fellow countrymen and women were there with me. Because I'm not accepting this anymore.
There we are there. Resumption of the 34 Dáil Solomon procession to honour the tricolour. GPO to Leinster House, Wednesday the 17th of September, 12:15 p.m. sharp. We will proceed solemnly to join other nationalist groups at Leinster House, formal a tour if possible. Stand proud, honour your flag, carry Ireland forward. That's where you need to be, people, on the 17th. So, yeah, make sure if you can get there, you're there. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, Paul. I just wanted to come in there and say I have to drop off now, but thank you all so much for having me on. It's always a joy coming on to the column. I enjoy speaking with all of you. Paul, Orla, Martin, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all on the 17th. I luckily won't have to take any time off work because I actually got sacked from work. So there'll be...
What did you get sacked for?
I was working for Tom. Tom sacked me because I was going to run for the Nationalist Council. He did not like it, and the dynamic duo of Tom McDonnell and Aaron the Nationalist seems to be over at the moment. But it is a bit upsetting because I did see Tom as a father figure. He did do a lot of good for me as well. At the end of the day, I didn't expect him to do it. I was really excited to tell him. When I did tell him, then I told him on my break when we got back to the job, it was just pack up your tools and go. So I don't care, in my honest opinion. I'll never let anything stop me from doing nationalism. I'm onwards and upwards anyway. But thank you all so much.
Aaron, before you go, okay, I've calmed down now and I'm going straight into reporter mode. Why? Okay, forget about the person, right? Forget about the actual person and the emotional connection that you have. You were, because look, this happened to me as well in my career. You chose not necessarily an alternative, but a parallel, we'd say, platform to pursue the goals of nationalism, and it cost you your job. How does that make you feel?
Proud. More proud than ever.
Good stuff.
That's what happened to Martin, and that's what happened to Anthony.
Good stuff. It's you know what I'm telling you, wear it like a badge of honor, because it's the price that has to be paid for doing this. Is that you are going to struggle with work. You are going to struggle.
I had a video, Tom's video to play. I'm not playing it now.
No. Actually, Aaron, just before you go, we're going to play your video you sent on to me. Aaron is doing great work in his local community because he wants to set himself up for the elections moving forward, and he understands the importance of doing, highlighting what's going on in the local community. So we did a video this evening highlighting something which I thought was great. So Paul, if you wouldn't mind playing that, fair play to Aaron.
Well done, Aaron.
Thanks so much, Orla.
And Aaron, listen, I don't know if this is good or bad. You still have us.
Thank you. Thank you. I've always enjoyed the support I've gotten from you. I've always supported you, truly, and I really appreciate it. And I don't mean any ill will to Tom, just to clear that up, and nothing like that. He was very good to me, and he was like a father figure to me. It's just, it is what it is now, and I'm excited to go forward in nationalism anyway, and that's what it is. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
As they say in China, shit happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go. We'll play your video now, Aaron, because it was very good and fair play to you. You're putting in the work. You're only 16 years old, and you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Please don't tell me Tom's supposed to be a nationalist. Oh yeah, okay.
Tom's supposed to be a nationalist. I don't know.
Right, I'm gonna play this. Do you want to jump off, Aaron, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'll jump off now. To be honest, I've been hearing my mum calling me for 10 minutes, but. Thank you all, and to the people watching, I hope you enjoyed me being on, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you guys for putting it up, and again, thank you for having me up.
You're welcome, Aaron.
You're more than welcome, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, Tom second. No, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that.
Can I say something to you? A massive scoop again and bombshell report from the Irish Congress. Paul Fitzsimons and Orla done it. Well done, guys.
Yeah, Jesus,
I know.
Christ, man.
You know.
Right,
we'll play. Let's play his video. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh.
Hey all, I'm just coming on here today to share a problem in my local area that I hopefully want to bring to the attention of Kildare County Council and all the councillors within it. I'm currently in my small village of Kilcullen, Kildare, where we face a massive issue that I have never seen brought up ever. I'm here at Kilcullen bus stop. The only issue is there is no bus shelter. This is a functioning bus stop for the TFY route on Dunlavin to Newbridge. Now, at 16 years old, I don't have my own transport, so quite frequently I am left to use this bus, and there is always one constant issue. The bus shelter. We desperately need a bus shelter. We're currently in the month of September, and we're coming into freezing, wet, cold winter, and it is going to be horrific for the people who use this bus service. Now, as I use this bus service quite frequently, there's one thing I picked up on. It is most of the time elderly people and young people who are using this public transport. Should our young people and should our elderly people have to wait 3-4 minutes for a late bus, which isn't necessarily a problem in my opinion, but in the freezing cold and the rain bashing down on them, it is cruel. There have been plenty of times where I've used this bus stop and sat at this wall right here, desperately trying to get out of the rain and being absolutely soaked by the time I have to get onto the bus. So I'm hoping that all councillors in Kildare County Council and Kildare County Council will acknowledge this video and hopefully highlight this issue, because our elderly and our youth deserve better. The people of Kilcullen deserve better, and we want a bus shelter now. And to the people of Kilcullen, I promise you now, if we do not obtain a bus shelter by the time of the next local elections, I will be running. I've already made up in my mind that I am going to be a candidate in the 2029 local elections. And I promise to all the people of Kilcullen now, I will sort out this issue, and I will bring a bus shelter to Kilcullen if no one else does. Thank you.
Fair play to him, I have to say. Fair play to him. But I tell you, he's looking for county councils in Kildare. The only ally he had is at the sacking him. What do you do now? You know?
Oh, I don't know. That was a bit of joviality on a fairly crap Wednesday evening.
I know. But look, he has the ambition there. He has the fight there. Fair play to him at 16 years old. He's got a good head on his shoulder, you know. So
he's fantastic. He's fantastic. He's one for the future.
He's a lovely lad.
Yeah, he just needs support, and he needs to. He's gonna learn the hard way that there'll be treachery, there'll be knocks, there'll be this, that, and the other. We're knocking around long enough to know how the world works.
Oh, we know, Martin. We know.
He'll figure it out, and he's a very resilient young man. I mean, he's already been through an awful lot more than most 16-year-olds would have been. He's been at protests, he's been assaulted, he's had threats made against him, etc., etc., etc. So he's
Lads,
for a 16-year-old. He's long in the tooth.
I'm just going to drop off a second. I'm on the phone. Just Kira is ringing me there, so I'll be back in a minute.
No, Orla, how are you keeping?
I'm grand. Plowing away, as to say.
Yeah. What do you make of that news from the States?
Now, I will be honest, I don't follow an awful lot of American politics. I wouldn't know a huge amount about Charlie Kirk, but I think it's absolutely terrible. Do you know, he's a young man, father of 2 kids. He was speaking the truth, and it's just shocking. But I mean, every day, you think you can't be shocked anymore. And then there's another news story. And it's just, the world has absolutely gone crazy. I want a time machine. I want to go back to the 90s.
Yep. Not happening. Not
out of the 90s.
Not unless we create it.
I know, but it's just it's madness. You know, like.
Yeah, people need to get ready. They just need to get ready. I'm saying it for 2 years now. Get ready.
Yeah, I know.
This is coming. It's coming faster than I thought.
But there's still plenty of people that are sitting back and they don't see anything. They don't. Or you have the ones that are hiding under the bed, pretending it's all just going to go away.
Yeah.
You know.
Just look at your shopping bill. Look at your energy provider. 12% again on your ESB bill, guys. 12% again on your.
Well, I just did. I actually did a post on that today. where Energia had only messaged me, emailed me this morning saying that they were putting up the ESB. And then, a post came out about the data centers and how much electricity they're using. So it's great. Yeah, we're just being screwed over.
The average, the last time I checked, the average monthly EU average household bill is €67 per month. So I suggest everybody cancel their direct debits and just pay. Check it out every month. Just pay the average. The country's always all about us, so Jez, we're one big happy European family. So pay them the you have to pay them every month, but just pay them the European average and nothing else. I'm not even going to tell you how much I owe, how much I owe these companies, and I intend dying owing them money.
Yeah, no, I know
So
that.
that's it.
And then you look at the profits they're making, because as I made the point, 'cause I mean, it's not like me, Mark, to be sarcastic. I'm never sarcastic. And I just said they've made profits of, what was it, over
700 odd million.
I like to be, I want to make sure I'm correct, because really they do need the increase. You know, God love them. Let me see now. Hold on a second now. Right, where is it here? They need 32.8 million, and that's only the first quarter. So God love them, they do need to put the prices up, yes, because they need it. And then, as I pointed out as well, on a separate note, do the data centers not use up a huge amount of energy? And is there not something to do with climate change going on at the moment? Because would that not kind of contradict that? But now, who am I? Maybe I'm wrong. I do love being a smart arse at times. Do you know?
Yeah, I'm done with all that.
I know we're going to be finishing up soon. Paul, did anyone see? I sent it over to you. Can you play the video, which I thought was great, saying as a priest from Mayo was actually coming out and speaking out? Did you see that?
Father Brendan's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah,
so I thought that was great.
Yeah. So when you're not watching the Irish column, you should watch a couple of Father Brendan's videos on his YouTube channel. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Hang on there. It's just pulling down there now. Just bear with me.
But this is what we need. We need more priests speaking out. Like, they're sitting there and they're saying, oh, refugees welcome. No, that's Islam. We're Christian. No.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Too nice. Playing within their rules.
What do you say, Martin?
I was saying that we're too nice. We keep playing within their rules. We keep going, oh, peaceful protest. Oh, let's wave our flags, etc., etc., etc. It's over, people. It's over. It's time. It's war.
The Catholic Church needs to come out. Like I pointed out as well, like 7 churches, another 7 churches are after born in Spain. How many in France? How many in Italy? Like, there's an attack on Christianity. Like, what is it going to take for people to wake up? It's ridiculous. And then the priests are out there going, refugees welcome. Who do you think's born down the churches? They're not all electrical faults.
No. None of them are electrical faults.
Exactly.
I'll play this here and you can come back and talk to it. I just need to go out on this call.
Could we not be making a better job of this? And should we not be firmer in making sure that people who are undesirable or shouldn't be here are sent back? It is causing an awful lot of unrest. It's causing an awful lot of trouble across Europe. Germany has already admitted, or German politicians, some very distinguished German politicians have already admitted that they've made very serious mistakes in this area. Yet Ireland seems to traipse on. Now, I'm not anti-immigration. I am in favour of what I would openly call discriminatory immigration. And I mean discrimination in a positive, constructive sense. Now, if it were up to me, I would only permit Christian immigration into Europe. Because Europe's whole background and history has been shaped by Christianity. Yeah? I would only permit Christian immigration into Ireland. I think I think you can justify that on any number of grounds. Only Christian immigration. But that's not being done. People from a certain socioeconomic background have noticed that they're being shafted. And even if they're not, they seem to be very clear that they are. That's a problem. That is the political problem, as well as everything else. So I think the government should be a lot more worried about this than they are. And they're not going to solve it by staying awake at night because there might be a far-right boogeyman hiding under the bed. But what's very clear is that an awful lot of people, very many of them from the working class, seem to feel enormously threatened. And most of those seem to be perfectly decent people. Now you must ask why perfectly decent, affable, amiable people are suddenly frightened and worried. Because they're being stirred up by the far right? That's too simplistic. That's far too simplistic. It's because they can see demonstrable evidence of a problem. The country is being crammed. And furthermore, it's being crammed with people who simply do not have any sympathy with the country or its culture. Now, I would argue only Christians. Many of you probably won't agree with me. I don't know. But whatever you argue, the people coming in should at least somehow be able to dovetail intellectually, culturally, emotionally with the society that exists here to some minimal extent. And that minimum is substantial. Now, we have a problem here. Okay, and all these parades with all these tricolours, which are regarded with so much contempt by the authorities, you'd better now get over yourselves. You better start paying close attention to this. I'll tell you all that's wanting in this situation, and it hasn't happened yet, is the emergence of a charismatic leader. And if that happens, I would strongly advise the mainstream political parties, the so-called legacy parties, to grip both sides of the armchair and pour themselves a stiff whiskey.
Where's our charismatic leader?
Not in the Dáil, anyway.
Well, this is why the idea of
the National Council,
is why it's such a good idea, because that somebody may have to throw a cat down. Go away, buddy cat. Because this concept will give a platform to people who normally might not get a platform, which is very, very important, because even in nationalism, there's gatekeepers. And there's those who crave power, and there's those that crave attention, and those are some just want the salary of a TD if they can get in. But this council may give an opportunity, because there is that young man Jake Fitzpatrick. Fitzsimons, apologies. Any relation, Paul? Fantastic young man, absolutely fantastic young man. And there's probably 20 or 30 more of him out there that just haven't been given an opportunity to shine yet. And there's loads of other people within the nationalist movement that are there and thereabouts that have leadership qualities. They just have to take the reins. Somebody's eventually going to have to. There are some big names there that prefer to work alone or prefer to work with just a very, very small select few. I think that's a bit selfish, to be honest with you. That it's a case of, if you're just doing your own thing and you're not working with others and sharing with others and encouraging others to kind of come along with you, so to speak, especially if you're a person of influence. Like I said, I think it's selfish. Everybody needs to learn to get together, because you don't get unity until you get proper leadership, and proper leadership is council based. You know what I mean? With a couple of people from different backgrounds and political agendas and political ideas and civic ideas and stuff like that. It can't just all be the same. If we just keep going with the party system, we're just going to eventually morph into Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael or Sinn Féin. That's what happens. If you don't think outside the box and do things completely differently, you just become what you are fighting or claim to be fighting against. So I put a tweet out there asking, if people think they're too big for to put their name forward for this council, then you're actually a problem. You're not for Ireland. You're for yourself and for your own ideas and ideals. Everybody needs to compromise. Everybody needs to listen to everybody else. And most importantly, it's every single political ideology has some good in it, with the exception of Marxism. There's no good in that whatsoever. But every other single one, there is some good in it. So we have to pick the best out of that, out of each different ideology, and come to a table with the best debaters, the best leaders. We don't necessarily need, top business people or anything. You need somebody who can bloody debate well, somebody who can memorize information and go out into the public and give a good speech and debate their opposition well. You know what I mean? And fits a certain profile in relation to image and stuff like that.
Martin, sorry, 1 second. I just want to reply to Angela there. Frank is excellent at economics because he's a lecturer. So he has fantastic knowledge and he's a gentleman.
He's a bit too quiet for Angela, but we're all loud and yeah.
Angela, it's nice to have a little bit of quiet once in a while. Look, we have to put up with like.
Yeah. Frank is very, very reserved, but I hear rumor of him singing quite a bit in a local pub down in Portlaw. So if you're ever down in Portlaw and you wander in there on perhaps a Monday night, you might see Frank Conway singing inside there.
Fair play to him.
Sorry, late to the party.
Oh, hey, John.
How are you doing,
John? You got your shout out, John.
You got your plug, John. Don't worry. We looked after you.
I want you checking the post.
Look, Martin,
no more Bitcoin, John. No more Bitcoin. I want cash.
Paul and Orla are the best national communicators. Thanks for that, Angela.
That's why we're concentrating on the media end of things.
That's it.
But Fergus put himself forward as far as I know, and Kevin Coyle and Anthony and Martin and a few others have put themselves forward. So, and I'm sure there'll be many more to follow.
I hope so.
There is excellent nationalists out there. There's excellent people out there who are more than capable of being on the council. Yeah.
Sad news from the USA. Yeah, it is sad news, to be honest with you. It is. I actually have a US politics channel that I'll be updating that now in the next half an hour or so when I finish here.
Paul, just before we finish up, I just want to move over. We got breaking news, or fairly breaking news there. It's my Facebook post we put up in relation to ivermectin, which I thought, in the words of Miley Bourne, well, holy God.
Oh, I see it here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Paul, there's a bit of reading for you in it.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm good at reading. I do.
Well, you have to have the correct information.
Yeah.
Now, isn't this a turn up for the books after everything that was done?
Yeah. Listen, Ron Johnson is a good man, I have to say. There's a lot of stuff there that I want to talk about, and we'll do it probably on Sunday night show about what do you call it, COVID and the whole lot. So yeah, I'll play this. Just bear with me there. Okay. Yeah.
Did you actually see that the bitch von der Leyen mentioned another pandemic again?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're at that on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm going to play this and we'll come back and talk.
That the FDA is now saying that it's okay to take ivermectin if you have COVID. I mean, Senator, I remember talking with you repeatedly during COVID about your upset that they were trying to cancel you because you were talking to doctors to try to find out the right ways to treat COVID without having to get too many boosters and COVID shots. My COVID was gone in a day when I took ivermectin. And now 3 years later, the FDA says, oh, yeah, that's fine. Take ivermectin. What?
You looked at that. How are you, folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here. And I just want to talk about the...
Right. If you go into the post, Paul, you'll see all there's writing attached to it.
Yeah, hang on.
But like, this is huge news for them to finally turn around and admit that ivermectin works and that it's safe to take, which we have known about for years and years, and how many doctors, were fighting to get ivermectin administered. And the big question here needs to be asked, How many lives could have been saved if they'd been given ivermectin?
Yeah. I'll read this. Is this, well, in the words of Glenn Rose Miley, well, holy God.
Yes.
God. The FDA is now saying that it's okay to take ivermectin if you have COVID. Oh, so it's not horse dewormer after all. Well, there is one that is a horse paste, but I know people who are actually taking that as well. Remember one thing, there is no money in ivermectin as it's around so long, but it's also unpatentable. It's a generic drug, you know what I mean? So, ivermectin began to be distributed in 1988 and is so well used and deemed very safe for a long time now. Billions of people have taken it. Billions.
Yes.
Ivermectin tablets are approved by the FDA to treat people with intestinal strongyloidosis and come on, could you not get any bigger bleeding words for me to read out? Come on.
Put it up on the screen and people can read it then themselves.
2 conditions caused by parasitic worms. In addition, some topical forms of ivermectin are approved to treat external parasites. External parasites. Oh, God. Hang on a minute. Yeah, in addition, some form of ivermectin are approved to treat external parasites like head lice and for skin conditions such as rosacea. Ivermectin has rosacea. Yeah. I was going to say rosacea, but now, interesting enough, there is Dr. William Macus, cancer researcher who has been using ivermectin and fenbazidol to treat cancer patients, is showing promising results. As I always say, do your own research and inform yourself properly. Informed consent is a must. So, yeah.
And ivermectin is an anti-inflammatory. So if you're over an X, go over to Dr. William Macus, M-A-K-I-S, right? And he has shown very, very promising results using ivermectin and fenbazidol, I think it's how you pronounce it.
Fenbazidol, yeah.
And again, both of them are both anti-parasitic. But he's showing very promising results. But you can see all the stuff over on X. But I just thought this was very interesting because how many lives, again, I know I've said this before, could have been saved if that drug was administered. But because there was no money in it, because if that was used to treat COVID, then there was no need for the shots. And that was what it was all about, because any new drugs, new medication, new vaccines, they are that's what makes the money. Billions, millions.
They put out that you were to use remdesivir. Remdesivir is the same. Yeah, but we're still using remdesivir here. We are still using it. It's still there. And Fauci had, you're not supposed to use remdesivir is an end-of-life drug.
I know, yeah.
So I actually have oncologist Dr. Angus Dalgleish here talking. I'm going to just put this up.
The dreadful use of vaccines and the mandates that have caused so much problem. And it's very clear now that why on earth did they do this? I mean, I have no idea, because from the very beginning, these vaccines were not vaccines, particularly the ones that ended up after AstraZeneca with all the clots and they were shut down. But the messenger RNA vaccines of Pfizer and Moderna have caused unbelievable problems and damage to people. And I don't think we will ever really be able to get over that. It was absolutely abhorrent that they would even think of this. And they were pushed into this by Pfizer and all the people that Pfizer and Moderna wanted to get this into absolutely everybody. These were not vaccines. These were horrible gene therapies that could actually integrate into your genome. And this is one of the reasons we're seeing this horrendous rise in turbo cancers. I'm terrified what they've done to our children. I think everybody who went along to that should actually stand up to trial, defend themselves and go to court. This is unbelievable, the incompetence, medical negligence, everything, and nobody is accepting responsibility for this. And they have to be held. This is Nuremberg trial stuff. They are so awful. They were never, ever effective. I've looked at the first submissions of Pfizer to the FDA. There was no evidence that they were effective whatsoever. It was basically hope, and they were never ever safe. But I think
There's an oncologist, do you know? It's amazing they just make up their own rules as time goes along, you know? Now it's okay to use ivermectin. How many doctors do we follow, including Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Zelenko, Dr. Robert Malone? I don't know how many, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, all of these were all screaming and roaring about ivermectin.
I actually have Sherry Tenpenny here. I'm just gonna
she's
play
brilliant.
that.
She's excellent.
She is good. Just bear with me there, and I'll share this. I've only one or two more to play, and then I want to play one from Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
Okay.
In the immune system, and this is really important. The Pfizer shot is able, because of the way that they created it synthetically, allows the messenger RNA to passenger inside your cells and be replicated indefinitely by the ribosomes. So you cannot get it out of your body. There's no detoxin from it. Now, can you detox your body and make yourself overall healthier? Yes. Are you going to eliminate the spike protein or the antibody to the spike protein or the stupid monoclonal antibodies that they're advocating? No. Because you sensitize your dendritic cells and your B cells. Those spikes are going to be there probably forever. Now, this one is really important. The messenger RNA ablates, wipes out, destroys toll-like receptor 3, 7, and 8. The toll-like receptors are like, if you've ever heard my talk on toll-like receptors, I love toll-like receptors. They're like God inside our body, right? They're these little radars that are constantly vigilantly looking around and getting rid of viruses, bacteria, and things that don't belong there. They are our innate, God-given, what we are born with immune system. The messenger RNA shots destroy toll-like receptor 3, 7, and 8, which is our primary first line of defense, making us more susceptible to getting COVID. And this is why all the people that get the shot suddenly are sick, because they're more susceptible. We know the mechanisms, and the doctors are illiterate and not reading it. We know why people who get the shots are more likely to get sick and more likely to be hospitalized. And if they're in the hospital and they get remdesivir and they put on a ventilator, that's a greater than 80% mortality rate. We know the mechanism. Number 3, we know the mechanism of this too. The spike proteins enters the nucleus of the cells and binds to our DNA. So anybody who says that it doesn't irreversibly bind to your DNA are wrong. They're not reading the scientific literature. And when it binds to the DNA, it blocks the door. And when it binds to the DNA, it starts making it into an abnormal cell that, if that cell replicates, will turn into cancer. And then it bars the door, blocks the door, and doesn't allow our God-given immune system repair enzymes to come in and repair the damage that spike protein has caused. Hence, that allows cancer to form. And why we are seeing, and Dr. Ryan Cole has talked about this a lot, why are we seeing this explosion of cancer in people that get these shots? People that have been in remission, been treated, they're in remission, or they said they don't have cancer anymore, suddenly they're exploding. That's endometrial cancer, all kinds of blood cancers, lymphatic cancers, breast cancers from these shots. And we know the mechanism. It's not a guess. Data came out just in the last 2 weeks that if a person is injected, they're 8.12 times more likely to be infected with Omicron. Again, suppression of your immune system, suppression of your white blood cells, ablation of your toll-like receptors. The more shots you get, the more you destroy your immune system, and the faster that happens. And it's anticipated, the German data says that by the end of 2022, every fully vaccinated person over the age of 30 may have the equivalent of full-blown vaccine-induced immune-suppressed AIDS. This is government data from Germany. This came out about 2 weeks. And how is it killing the immune system? And this is really important.
We've spoken about that before in relation to the killer T cells. So your killer T cells suppresses the cancer cells in your body. Everybody has cancer cells. And these shots are suppressing the killer T cells. And that's why there's such a rise in cancers. And I'm after getting a message in here from a girl who's after saying, Bill Gates bought up almost all ivermectin producing companies back in 2019. Big Pharma bought up heaps of health supplement companies at the same time. Corruption is rife. Paul, you're muted.
Just going to prove John's comment there. No one has ever seen a cell receptor or a virus, just cartoon images. Alas, so much of what Sherry says is indoctrinated garbage. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of them talking about it. You have Robert Malone. You have them all talking about
Dr. Ryan Cole.
Ryan Cole, the whole lot. So they can't all be cranks, you know. So I just said I'd put that up there. Bill Gates is a Freemason. There's a lot of them around, yeah. Yeah.
You know, so remember, Bill Gates walked up and down a stage and said, the way to depopulate is through vaccination. And people believe him. And people still listen to what he says. Do you know, he's got to be one of the most evil men out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But these people will be held accountable for the damage they have done.
I'm looking forward to see, have I got, hang on.
You wanted to play Tucker Carlson, wasn't it?
Tucker Carlson I'm going to play, yeah. Waiting to hear this, and we'll finish up then.
Okay.
Well, the whole point is to humiliate and degrade the indigenous population of the British Isles, the white population. I mean, that's the whole point. And are they really going to do something about it? What would that be exactly? You'd really have to force a lot of people to go back to their countries of origin, millions of people, and you need to do it really soon. And are they actually willing to do that? I don't know. But these are existential questions that we have been browbeat into ignoring for decades. But the question is like, is Ireland Ireland? If it's majority non-Irish? Oh, shut up, they're Irish. No, they're actually not Irish. Same with the UK, same with England, Scotland, Wales. Like, it's all changing so fast. Nothing like this has ever happened in all of history, except when, say, the Mongols swept across the steppe and raped everybody. Like, that was true demographic change on this scale. But even that wasn't as profound as what we're seeing in every white country around the world. I would say the West, but Australia and New Zealand also. So, like, what is that? Now, my brain is not big enough to understand what that is. I have a lot of theories about it, but I don't know if they're true. All I know is what the numbers are. And that's real. And no one feels that he can say it. Everyone's like, oh, well, if that were happening in China or India or Malaysia or Senegal, it doesn't matter. You'd be like, what the hell is that? Like, the population's totally different. Look at graduation. Pick, I don't know, King's College Law School. And look at the graduation picture for the last 30 years. Who's in it? Just like, let your eyes tell you the truth for once. Like, this is a total change in population. Is it better? Is it worse? Can't have that conversation. Who's pushing this? Does the population want it? The population clearly doesn't want it. There's no polling that's meaningful on the subject. I mean, there's no referendum on it. You don't get to decide. You've got no voice in it other than you get to go to jail if you complain loudly enough about it. What is this? I think it's the biggest and darkest thing that has happened in the last 1,000 years, for sure. And I think it's leading somewhere really, really bad. It's not happening by accident. That's obvious because it's only happening in white countries.
I mean, I think that...
Oh, shut up, white supremacist. Well, in fact, I'm not a white supremacist.
Well,
I'm just noticing what the hell's going on.
I think
he's right, isn't he? Like, let's be honest, people. The Crusades started for a reason. And this is the reason. Like, the Muslims came and took Europe and like Spain, Portugal, France, like that's what they did. And the Crusade stopped that. You know what I mean? And I think it's time for another crusade. That's just me.
Sorry, Paul. Somebody asked me to look at two doctors. Can you just pull back up the message? Yeah. I just want to take a screenshot of it. It's only a couple of comments back.
Yeah, I have it there. Orla, please check out Dr. Tom Cowan or Samantha Bailey.
No problem. I'll look them up.
Yeah.
This is what the whole point about all this is. You know, like, everyone's not going to agree on everything, but like, just keep your mind open and do your own research and then make up your own mind.
Yeah. I'm just reading this here, Irish Mammy. I'm so grateful to my father. He warned us all, the whole family, not to get the injections. He phoned daily, made us promise we wouldn't. Made me swear on my Holy Mary medal from Knock. I laughed. Well, I've my one there as well. There's my Holy Mary medal from Lourdes. So, yeah. You need faith.
Actually, Paul, I'm going to send this over. Can you put it up just in case anybody wants it? It's the Dr. McCullough protocol. These can all be got in a health food shop. And it's to look after the heart health because of the myocarditis and all that. So if anybody wants the information, if you just want to put it up, that they can use it. And the first one there, is it Nacogenites? I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. That's used widely in Japan and has shown great results. So it's just for anyone who has taken the shots that might be concerned. It's not going to do any harm.
I just put it up there. There it is. Nacogenites, 2,000 fibrin units, 100 milligrams orally twice a day without food. Bromelain, 500 milligrams orally once a day without food. And curcumin, 500 milligrams orally twice a day.
That's an anti-inflammatory as well.
Deadly. So that's it there. Yeah. Irish column. Mal or with piperline. Oh, that was us. Yeah. Okay, that was from you. Yeah. Okay. I had to tell my parents not to get it, and thank God they listened and believed me. Yeah.
But we've always said the same thing. There's a lot of people out there got placebos.
Yeah. Yeah. This is funny. This is the Muslim Brotherhood. Why don't you hear what this one has to say about the Muslim Brotherhood?
Guys, I'm starting a conspiracy theory / rumor for free. Enjoy. Men who want Sharia law are secretly gay. So you're telling me a straight man doesn't want to see a beautiful woman in traditional dress? This is the traditional clothing of Pakistan, and this is what Sharia law has done to it. Traditional clothing of Yemen, Sharia law clothing. Traditional clothing of Iran, and Sharia law. Traditional Afghanistan dress, and what Sharia law has done to it. They want to hide women, completely cover them up. Would a straight man do that? No. Therefore, the Muslim Brotherhood is gay, and Sharia law is gay. Straight men here like strip clubs and boots. They really should just accept this about themselves and be like a normal gay who loves women and wants to help dress them. So welcome, Habibi, to the LGBTQ+ community. The Muslim Brotherhood will fit in rather well there. Okay, thanks, bye.
I just thought we'd add a bit of humor there now.
That's actually very. Actually, have you got Mick the Gits one on the fraud? I thought I downloaded. I can't find it. On Harris and the bombs.
We done that the other day.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, did we do it? Right. Okay.
Sure, we did. Yeah. Let me see. Mick the Git. Let me see. Has he a new one up?
So, normally, it wouldn't be the show if we didn't have Mick up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mick the Git. Fraud bombs. That was the 8th of September. We did. Yeah, we played that the other day.
We definitely played it, right. Is there anything more recent up? Because anything belongs to him.
No, he's nothing up there.
Oh, he's nothing up there. Okay.
I'm just going to put up this here now. People before profit obsessed with children's sexuality.
Oh, yes, Martin, you'll enjoy this.
Watch this.
Why are people before profit so obsessed with the sexuality and gender identity of children? It's not progressive. It's creepy. Children are not political pawns. They're not miniature adults. They don't need activists and counsellors projecting their ideologies onto them, demanding that they declare their sexual orientation or decide their gender before they've even sat an exam. Childhood should be about play, learning and growth, not about being marched through adult debates on sexuality and medical transition. People before profit cloak this obsession in their language of rights and inclusion. But what it really reveals is an unhealthy fixation with children's private development. They talk endlessly about trans kids, non-binary children, as if every young person must be categorized, labeled and paraded for political points. That's not safeguarding. That's indoctrination. Worse, they deliberately blur the lines between adult issues and childhood innocence. To speak constantly about children in terms of sex and gender identity is not liberation, it's exploitation. It forces children into an ideological mold and shames anyone who dares to say, maybe kids should just be left alone to grow up. And let's be clear, children in Northern Ireland cannot transition medically or legally. The only battleground is social, so in schools and clubs in the public sphere. And it's there the people before profit demand children be affirmed, pressured and boxed into categories they may later regret. This isn't progress. It's a dangerous distraction from the real crisis facing families, collapsing healthcare, unaffordable housing, struggling schools, communities under pressure. Instead of fixing those problems, people before profit spend their time preaching about the sexuality of children. It's time to say enough. Childhood is not a political playground. Hands off our children.
Play to her. Melissa Cumia. Is that her name? Yeah, Cumia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa's
Calling her
speech in
as
Newry
it is.
was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, I
just
saw
gonna-
her. She's a fantastic public speaker. She was absolutely brilliant. Very good.
I'm just going to share this here. I'm going to read this because my good friend Ferg is in court tomorrow. So just bear with me there and I will read this. Okay, you can't see it there. The process is the punishment. Back up in Dunleary Court in the morning over bullshit public order charges that were struck out over 2 years ago and that I shouldn't have to face in the first place, as I did not break any laws, which he didn't break any laws. The charges were reinstated a few weeks ago when I was issued a hand-delivered summons by a member of the Guardians of the People Traffickers. Almost 2 years they had been struck out with prejudice because the Gardaí could not or would not, for fear of what the judge would see, produce the CCTV footage that was requested twice. The extremely physical attack and unlawful arrest perpetrated against me and instigated by Superintendent Fergal Harrington was orchestrated by Jennifer Carroll McNeil, Minister for Health, with absolutely no qualifications for the position to speak of, and other treasonous politicians because I rallied my community and Ballybrack said no to mass illegal immigration. We would not allow 60 foreign criminals to be dumped in our village and have our precious children put in immediate danger. The dark powers that be were none too pleased with our constitutionally protected stance, and because of this, I was a target of political police. And yeah, I'll vouch for that because I seen it. Fergal Harrington told me that day I would be only too happy to arrest you, which I have recorded. He then proceeded to put his hands on me, tried to take my flag, and then he called his goon squad to arrest me. Happened to me as well, Ferg. I was manhandled by about 7 Gardaí. The videos are up there. We've all seen them. Slammed to the concrete and stood all over. One of them stood on my hand and my wrist. One of them had his full weight of his knee on my neck, face, and when I shouted to get off me because I had a problem with my back, one of them dug his knee deeper into my spine as hard as he could, which has caused me problems to this day. Like I have said before, you will never know the price of truly raising your head above the parapet and exposing these anti-Irish bastards for the evil, traitorous filth they are. Philip Dwyer, yeah, there he is. Philip back us all. Will back me up here. Another Irishman persecuted for his love of our people and his mission of bringing the truth to the masses. My rewards are not here on earth. God has set a path. I relish it. Everything I do is for my beautiful children and beloved country, not for notoriety or self-gain. God save Ireland. God save our God, family and country. I stand for the truth of righteous justice. I fear absolutely no man or devil in hell because I walk with God. This is the only going one way. We will reclaim our nation and place and power back in the hands of the true Irish men, women who adore this land and love our people and only wants what's best for it. The battle for the very soul of Eire has already been won. The political parasites who are so far detached from reality and blinded by their sense of self-importance just haven't figured it out yet. Never back down, never give up, never give in. This is for all our children that stand alone. We should be enough for unity. Big shout out to the community of Ballybrack who stood together, stood strong in the face of such adversity and evil. Our land, our destiny, Eire. And there he is there. Fair play to him. He's in court tomorrow. If anyone wants to go in and give him a dig out or whatever, if you don't mind me saying that, Ferg, I don't know. You know what I mean? But this man stands for everyone. He stands with everyone. So please, God, everyone.
The timing is funny, isn't it? Fergus chatting to McGregor, and all of a sudden, a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Case is,
well, he was done with this a couple of weeks ago. This was sent out to him a couple of weeks ago. You know.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. But so please, God.
Philip, yeah, they're just trying to break him. They'll do the same thing. They'll kick it down the road, same as they did to Phillips. And they'll just drag it out, try and financially drain you. And
well, that's what they do, isn't it? That's what they do. No, I'm not saying anything else because the truth is constant. Yeah, the truth. Once we're trying to get the truth out, we're all being targeted, you know. Speaking of that, I'm going to just play one more from Patrick McGreal. Love Patrick McGreal. He's the man. Watch this.
I'm just here at the Four Courts today I witnessed a citizen of Ireland being led away to a prison under an order that was granted to Mars Capital. Now, Mars Capital are not adhering to their statutory function pursuant to Statutory Instrument 644/2023. And the Central Bank of Ireland is not adhering to their oversight and enforcement obligations. And a court order was generated to keep a citizen of Ireland away from their home. I can show that Mars Capital is not adhering to their functions when it comes to forbearance. So a body corporate cannot get an order, but they have, from the High Court, to put a man, in this case, behind bars because they are not adhering to their statutory function. So I'm going to go back in front of the High Court judge today and I'm going to bring a complaint under Article 40.4.2 degree. As a citizen of Ireland, I have witnessed a person being led away by prison guards to Castlereagh Prison on an order that is not grounded in law. And that's a direct violation of Article 40.4.1 degree, because any deprivation of personal liberty from a citizen has to be in accordance with law. And when Mars Capital and the Central Bank do not adhere to their statutory duties, it's not in accordance with law.
There you go, Patrick McGreal. So he's going to help this man out. Please God, he will. So yeah. Well, I think we'll finish it up now, will we, for tonight?
Let me just check if there's anything else. Hold on a second. Before we go. Oh yeah, I just sent you on there. 31 seconds. The UK.
Hold on there, I'll just pull it down. I want to give a shout out for Barry as well for Wake Up Era there in Cashel, is it? On Saturday. Let's play this. That's mental, isn't it?
That's the UK.
That's
You'd
mental.
think it, would you?
No.
Now, the last bit, actually, the reason it is a little bit funny. Like, we all know this. I just sent it on to you there.
What do we all know? What do you have to send me on? Welcome to the show.
It is Amsterdam.
Amsterdam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, we know this.
Queers for Palestine. You'll be all fucked off bridges, mate. Yeah, I'm going to just share this. Bear with me. Fucking clowns. Yeah.
Is there sound to it? I don't know if there's sound to it.
No, there's no sound. Oh, hold on, there is. Yeah, bear with me.
Or maybe you can't.
Yeah, my bad. Just bear with me. Yeah, he be thrown off a building. That's what's going to happen. Sharia law comes in here, people.
So underneath it says, in Amsterdam, a Queer for Palestine wanted to be part of the protest, but was told, get out, we don't want you here, we are Muslims and you disgust us, you have no place in our cause. LGBT who support Palestine have to be the most naive group of people ever.
It's like turkeys voting for Christmas, guys.
It is, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to finish up with this. Beware. Okay, beware O'Neill.
Lunatic.
O'Neill on tour. O'Neill will be in Cashel telling more lies and signing more books. Since the rollout of the COVID-19 injection medical trial, Ireland has had over 25,000 extra deaths and tens of thousands of injection injuries among Irish people. It's time to speak out in public. Are you still outraged at the part O'Neill played in deceiving and gaslighting the Irish people? Or will you stay silent while his crimes against humanity continue to go unspoken outside the echo chamber groups? O'Neill hides the truth for pharma profits. Saturday, 13th of September, 6 p.m, Main Street, Cashel, County Tipperary. Luke O'Neill lied. Many people died. Luke O'Neill, take whatever vaccine is available, Pfizer, Moderna, see it all here. We will be walking to St. John the Baptist Cathedral on John Street, Cashel, where O'Neill is giving a presentation. As we go, we will hand out leaflets to inform the people of Cashel about why we are there. This event is being organised by several groups united in their belief that O'Neill's crimes are so serious that we cannot allow any differences to divide us or distract us from what he has done. Show you care, play your part, take a stand, be there. So there you go, people. Saturday the 13th, that's next Saturday, 6 p.m, Main Street, Cashel, County Tipperary.
It's not far from my home base, but I can't make it. But if anybody wants a bomb scare rang into the building to ensure his event can't go ahead and he's out in the street, let me know.
And bear in mind, this is the man who has shares in Pfizer.
Angela Leggett there. Thanks for a great show, Paul, Orla and Martin. Hope to God everyone votes 24th of September. So do I. I really do. So yeah, fair play to everyone.
It's just the start. It's just the start. This is just the start of the concept. Start of getting our fingers out and starting getting something proper built. So just get involved. Facilitate, vote, go onto the website, learn, educate yourself. Get your hands on a gun. Can't get a gun, get a bow and arrow. Can't get a bow and arrow, get something sharp and pointy. Stock up on food. Just get ready, people. Get ready.
Yeah.
Please, please, please. Night all.
Martin, thank you very much for this evening, and I will talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Orla, thank you very much as well. It's been emotional, and I will talk to you in a few minutes.
No problem.
Cheers. Thanks, Orla. Let me make myself bigger. Yeah, it's that time again, people. We're at the end of the show, and I think it went very well. Many thanks, Paul, Orla, and Martin. Yeah, no problem, guys. Fair play to everyone. If you can buy us a coffee there, will you? I think I put it up already there. There it is there. Buy us a coffee. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave us with what I leave with every night. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless you.